Today I'm talking about the 4 rules of improvisation. Now wait, you might ask, why am I talking about the rules of improv when I'm supposed to be talking about writing and life? That one is easy. The rules for improv apply to writing and to life. I grew up around the theater, and when I became an adult, I taught drama and ran a very unique drama program where we did original musical comedies. I also worked professionally as a street performer at a Renaissance festival. Thus, I am very well versed in the art of improvisation, which is speaking or performing spontaneously without a script. Just as there are various versions of the hero's journey, there are variations of the 4 rules, but this is how I describe them. Rule 1: show me, don't tell me. Rule 2: yes and. Rule 3: play the moment. Rule 4: be believable. In this video, I'm going to discuss Rule 1 and how it applies not just to improvisation, but to writing and to life. Rule 1: show me, don't tell me. When I explain this to a drama class, I generally start by having them choose a character and showing the class who that character is without stating it. For example, an actor should never walk onto stage and say, "Hi, I'm a waiter. I work at a restaurant." Instead, the character should walk up to the people sitting at a table and say something like, "Do you want the house special today?" Or start there and ask, "Do you want fries with that?" When the actor is standing by people sitting at a table, miming a pad of paper and pencil, and asking if they want fries with that, it's pretty obvious that the person is a waiter, and that it's not a very high-class restaurant. If the actor is miming chewing gum and slouching, that says something about the character, and gives a very different perception than if the actor is standing up very proper and straight by the table and saying, "What would you like? I personally recommend the roast duck with blackberry orange sauce." On stage, we show who the characters are, not tell. Likewise, in a book, it's good to show, not just tell. In a book, it's fine to tell, much better than it is on stage. But even if you tell about a character, you still must show who the character is by what they do. I have been frustrated before with characters who are said to be brilliant or wise, but then who do amazingly stupid things. If a character is said to be clumsy, he needs to actually do things that are clumsy. If a character is insightful, he needs to actually have insight. As an author, it can be hard to write some characters, particularly if they are nothing like us. It is incredibly hard to write a character who is smarter or slicker than I am. I have a character in Power Force Prep named Patrick. He is brilliant in science, particularly biology. That's not my subject. I can talk math all day, but biology? No. When I wrote him, it took about 10 minutes of research for every line of his I wrote. I also asked my son and husband, who are great at science, to help with some lines. It wasn't easy, but I don't have to say Patrick is brilliant. It's easy to tell. Let me give another example. I was challenged to write the Book of Destiny. It's a good story, so feel free to look up my video on the story behind it. Even better, feel free to read it. The hero of that story is a very clever thief and is very good at thinking on his feet, much more clever than I am. Where in the book he thought quickly on his feet, behind the scenes, I was taking time to figure out how to get him out of predicaments and the clever things he would do at a much slower pace. At times, I would have to put the book down for a few days as I figured out what he would do. Okay, I know a few days doesn't sound like much, but I am an obsessive writer, and when I start a novel, I don't stop. So I write a book much faster than most authors. My point is the characters need to act as they are said to be, not just be said to be some way. If you as an author can't write a particular type of character, then either learn to or change the character, because just saying that character is some way is not good enough for the reader. It must be shown. A caring person does caring things. A heartless person does heartless things. A selfless person does selfless things. What the character does shows who he really is, not the words used to describe him. Now, this really relates to life. What we do shows who we are much more than what we say or what labels are put on us. The Bible says, "By their fruits ye shall know them." We can say we are good people, but if our actions do not show goodness, then the words are hollow. It's true that actions speak louder than words. Yes, words matter. Words really matter, but so do actions. What we say and do is who we are, not the labels put on us. I really don't like labels. It's a personal pet peeve of mine. It's pretty obvious how negative labels can be harmful, but even good labels can be too. For example, if a child is constantly told, "You're such a good boy," then he gets in his head that he is good no matter what he does. I've heard people say how sweet they are as they've been told it often while they are doing rather cruel things. I'm not saying don't compliment people. Compliments are great. They encourage good behavior and success. But there is a huge difference between a compliment and a label. So, here's your challenge. Show people that you are kind, loving, compassionate, smart, talented, or whatever you are or want to be. Show by your actions, not just your words. That explains rule 1. The second rule is yes and. Go to part 2 to learn about that. Before you go, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.